Why Singer Maya has virtually disappeared from YouTube. Um, because I kept consistent with the truth for so many years when she kept coming back up on YouTube trying to lie. Um, because I told y'all the whole time that she set me up after having a picnic with a fan and had the fan assaulted at a music event. And I stayed consistent with the truth for multiple years. And so many of y'all were like, oh, why is he doing that? Why is he saying this? But after a while, I think you noticed that she never was denying anything I was saying. You know, they always say that after so long and somebody is making allegations that you did something and you never deny those allegations. After so many years, it's just true. And so you over here wondering, that's why I thought I'd do this little audio for you. You wondering by now, you've noticed, but nobody said anything. So you, even yourself, you still a little bit in denial because you're like, oh, where's Maya? When's she gonna start coming back doing her weekly interviews or her 2-3 interviews a month? No, it doesn't work that way. You see, she finally gets to a point where she's like, you know what? I sponsored my girlfriends for the trip that I wanted to call the vegan trip. You know why she did that? She did that because I talked to her at the picnic table, and I was the one that said, I never been to D.C. before, and if I ever make it up there, would you chaperone me? Would you be able to chaperone me for like an afternoon? And then she goes, oh, it depends on my schedule, but I mean, I might be able to do it if my schedule's open. Do you know that right after that, about like 6 months after that, she all of a sudden decides that she wants to chaperone some fans, which weren't really fans. They were like girlfriends of hers and family members of hers. You notice they were all women, right? She didn't have one man that won the event. Or you want to act brand new. Or you want to be in denial. Is that what it is? You want to be in denial or you want the truth? Yeah, it was all women. She didn't let one male fan win. So it was all women, right? Okay. Don't act like you didn't notice. Or you don't act like you didn't notice that I noticed. Of course I noticed, and that's why I don't want you being in denial your whole life. So she got that from me at the picnic table, right? Before that, she had never chaperoned fans to do anything in her entire career, right? But, and I mentioned this in the other audios before, she realized that she had a serious problem when she decided to go ahead and lie on like national, global YouTube interviews with Fat Joe and the other platform. You remember when she was like, yeah, I did perform with Jay-Z at Madison Square Garden. Now you do know that Fat Joe checked to see if Maya had ever performed with Jay-Z before he ever asked that question, right? You do know that he's asking the question. He got the piece from me, right? Y'all know that's my intellectual property. I created that particular piece. I was at the house one day, 2 or 3 years ago. If you go and look at my YouTube catalog, you'll see where I released a piece on Jay-Z never performed live with Maya, right? It's got like almost 2,000 listens. And when she lied about that, and then she lied about it again on the other platform, I think that was like getting close to the end. where it was either her or people that were close to her being like, Maya, this is getting bad. Like this is getting so bad because now you're up here just lying. Like you're just making it up at this point. Right, because y'all do understand that, of course, in real life, which that's what I gave you about her in real life, the DM she sent for 3 months, the wanting me to go to her job, the demanding that I show back up at a music event after having a 30-minute picnic with her by myself in the middle of a park in Houston, that she finally realized, like, I have a problem and something is wrong. You see what I'm saying? You see she just came back to Houston, right? Yeah, the ones that follow her, you see she came back to Houston, but you never did find out what she was doing in Houston. Right? Remember? She made sure she did her interview where I couldn't read anything from the hotel room she was in. Now let me ask you this. Why did she announce that she was in Houston? There would have been no reason to announce you're in Houston, right? Because she's saying you didn't see her do anything professional in Houston, right? And you see the background, she's in the blue chair. You see she's in that little blue chair, right? And you see the little hotel portrait behind her. And she's got the chair all the way backed up to the back. So let me ask you this. What was she doing in Houston, and why would she announce she was in Houston if she wasn't doing anything in her business in Houston? Now, you want me to tell you the answer. I know you know the answer, but you might need me to tell you the answer. She wanted to take a shot at me. She wanted to take a shot at me. That's the only reason why she did it. And you knew it, but want to be in denial. So now I got to come back with the audio and say, oh, like you think I wasn't watching? Right. She did that to take a shot at me. Oh, let me just, I'm going to tell him I'm in Houston, but I'm not. No. No. When are you as the listener, when are you as the Maya fan going to be like, Maya, obviously you've got some serious problems with this particular fan out of Houston. Obviously what he's saying is true. Why do you keep formulating yourself to Houston? Why do you keep on wanting to be associated with Houston? You didn't go to Houston for 9 years, Maya. Now all of a sudden you either want to be in Houston or you want to throw Houston up and not explain why you're in Houston. I mean, why are you taking shots at this particular fan or what? I can't begin to tell you where it's like, yeah, so you want to know. That was let me bring this to a close because I got to go back to bed. It's getting late. You wanted to know why Maya has disappeared? She disappeared because it was like she got to a point where she couldn't even control the lies that she was telling. Right? I mean, y'all sat there and let her go for like 16 years doing interviews and just making stories up. And the only person that showed up to check the story and to check her is the fan she had set up and jumped at a club in Houston. Right, I told y'all from the very beginning. The first thing I ever told y'all was she will never, ever get away with this. Her life will never be the same professionally and personally. I told you 5 years ago, she's not going to get married. She can't get married. She's not going to have any kids. All of that is still true today. You can go back and you can look at all my YouTube videos from 4 or 5 years ago about Maya Marie Harrison, and you can go, you know what, this guy, he knows exactly what he's talking about. Oh my God. Yeah. Go listen to the videos if you want to. Right. Everything I told you was the truth. So now you want to know why she's gone? Now you know. Right. Out here setting up fans and having them and having them set up and jumped at a music event in Houston, and then she still wanted to try to come back for a couple of years and try to act like everything was okay. It's not okay. Pretty soon I'm gonna work on Spotify pulling her music off of all streaming platforms. That's when y'all gonna be like, oh my God. Yeah, that's when y'all gonna be like, OMG, Mike Wilson. Yeah, when I get the streaming platforms to pull her individual independent music, that's when y'all gonna be like, oh my God, Mike Wilson, the real Mike Wilson.